Hi everybody, it's Diana. Time for another Teach Me Tuesdays live. And as usual, I'm just going to quickly make sure I'm in the right place on the Facebook Live in our group. And it looks good. So I might be a tad bit early, but I was trying to also make sure I kind of started before the mailman came, so he wasn't knocking on the door, and he just got here, so it was perfect timing. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I always forget what I'm doing. I get so excited that I'm here with everybody that I forget half the stuff that I've made a note to do. So hopefully that won't be the case today. So I'm going to go over a couple little business thingies with you before I get started. If you can hear the air conditioner and it bothers you, please let me know and I will turn it off. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it on because it is very hot in Arizona. So I did turn the fan off on my desk, so that hopefully that will help. But anyways, I am going to quickly go over, I've had a lot of questions about my Country Inkers virtual fall social that I'm having in September, and we are almost full. So you have through August the 1st to register. And I showed the stamp sets the other day that you will be getting, and one is Have a Hoot. Now these are from the August to December 2020 mini catalog. You're also going to get Gnome for the Holidays and Snow Wonder. So these are the sets that you're going to be using for your make and takes. You will be getting them in the mail with the rest of your make and take supplies, as well as other things you will need. And then you'll have to use your inks and your own adhesives and coloring items, things like that. And then you'll also get a PDF of the projects. We also have a private Facebook group, and I will also be doing a Zoom so we can stamp together virtually. Obviously we'll be each at our own home, but we will be able to see each other on Zoom. If you're not familiar with Zoom, or you don't want to do the Zoom, I also will have a private Facebook group that I will stream the Zoom into the Facebook group so that you can watch, and you will also be able to go back and watch that over so you can do your make and takes later too, you know. Okay, so hopefully that was all. So it's 110, and that includes the priority postage, and that is shipped to the USA only. Okay, so hopefully that answered any questions. I had a couple questions if you had to order the stamp sets, and no, because you will be getting those with your packet. So and I will just keep an eye open if any questions happen on here. Now I will also be putting the video on YouTube, and so right now I'm in the Facebook Live. If the comments are in your way, you just kind of swipe to your right and it makes the comments go away so you can see the video better. Okay, so hopefully I went over everything, and if not, I apologize. Okay, so this set, and hopefully you are not getting sick of the Way to Goat stamp set. I totally am not. So I am going to use this set. You're getting a lot of ideas using these cute little nanny goats and billy goats and Maisie dotes and all that, whatever that saying was. Okay, so I'm going to use that set. I'm also using layering ovals. I'm also using Stitched So Sweetly, and I'm going to be using Stitched Shapes. And I'm also going to be using the Flowers for Every Season DSP. Okay, so let me put that away as well. And I probably will set it on the shelf, and something will fall like every week, I swear. Okay, so I am going to show this cutest little card, and this is the one I'm going to be using. Now this is the Bumblebee, so this is one of the new in colors. So this is Bumblebee. That's going to be the card base. And then this one always gets my brain. It's Magenta Madness. Okay, so Magenta Madness, love, love. And then these are some of the DSP. So these are the ones that I'm going to be using. Now I already stamped my goat and cut them out with the dies that I mentioned. And I'm going to color with the blends. So I have my little tray here that I have all my little blends that I need. So I stick them all in the tray, and then I start to grab them as I need them. All right, so the first one I'm going to do is the mint macaron, and it's the light one. And I will zoom a little bit, and hopefully I will remember to unzoom when I don't need to be zoomed. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little ground. Now he does come, the stamp set does come with a little stamp that is the ground, which is so cute. So he's got like a shadow. But for this little guy, I'm just going to draw my own ground. And I'm just putting a little bit of the mint macaron just kind of around him. Makes him pop off the page a little bit. And I know if you are someone that watches my channel or stops in on the lives, you hear me say the same things over and over about grounding and shadowing. Okay, and I'm also going to put, like usual, cute little rosy cheeks. So I'm going to put light Flirty Flamingo, and then the light Petal Pink, and I'm just going around the edges. That will soften that Flirty Flamingo just a little bit. Then I'm going to color my goat, and I'm going to do the light color first because he's kind of like a cartoon goat. So I want him to be, I don't want to blend his gray in. So usually I would use the dark maybe first and then blend my lines out. Well, I don't want to do that for the goat because he's just so fun and cute. So I'm going to do the light one first. And then I'm going to go back with the dark so that the lines stay. So I'm going to go under here. And then where I did the Flirty Flamingo and the Petal Pink, I'm actually going to quickly go over with the gray because I want that to be underneath. I don't want it to be in your face as a cheek, but it's still on his face. So you can still see his rosy little cheek, but it's not so it's dark, you know, jumping out at you. Now I'm going to take the dark gray, and this is where I was talking about. I want the lines to stay. I don't want to blend them in by using the light one over top and get those lines gone. I want those black lines, not black, but the dark, I want it to be there, kind of sticking out because it's a cartoonish kind of goat. So see, I'm gonna leave those lines there. I'm not gonna go back with the light one and blend them softer. Okay, now I want to do the little tiny daisy that the little billy goat is holding on to, and this is just daffodil light, and there's not a whole lot to do to the daisy because it's so tiny. And then just the dark, and you probably wouldn't even need to use both of them, but I did. Okay, then these are light and dark soft suede, and I'm going to make my antlers, or whatever they are, horns. So I'm not going to blend these two colors together. It actually has these lines, so I want his antler horn things to have like lines. So I'm just coloring each one individually so you can see that it makes that horn, you can really see those lines better. by doing that. And then his fun little hair could be any color you want, right? I'm just going to use the cinnamon cider, but it would be fun even if you put like a pink, because the magenta would go with that, so that would be cute too. So I'm just going to do the light one, color in his hair. It almost looks like a toupee. So I did the light cinnamon, and then I'm going to go down to his feet, and I'm going to put some light cinnamon on his hooves as well. So that would be cute too if you did like pink little toes. And then I'm doing the dark. So again, a little bit of the dark. Super cute. All right. Then I have all these little, and I stick them back in my tray and get out my memento, because I also want to stamp on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to set him aside, let him dry really good, and then I'm going to grab my pieces. All right. So I am not a math person. I was not a math person in school, and I did not wake up this morning as a math person either. So let me zoom out just a little bit. Oops, wrong way. So this is a regular card. So this layer is 4 by 5 1/4. So I would have to actually do some math if I wanted to figure out how I would get these to be even. And like I said, I'm not a math person. So I just cut them at 2 by 2, and one is going to be a tad bigger when I glue it, and I'm fine with that. So I don't worry about it too much. All right, so I'm going to put a little adhesive, and I'm going to put my stripes on one side, and I just kind of eyeball that this looks the same all the way around, and I'm going to flip it over, put my little flowers on the other side. Now this is the new Stampin' Seal that we have. We have the Stampin' Seal, and we also have Stampin' Seal Plus. So Stampin' Seal Plus is actually like if you're putting boxes together, like 3D items, because it's stronger. But they're intermingling in the, I don't even know if that's the right word, but it's the same case for both. Like it's the same case. They look different, but it's just the insert is different. So like the Stampin' Seal Plus is like a dark blue, and then this is like a turquoise. But it's basically the same case for both. I just have one of each, so I don't have to like take it out of the case. All right, so then I need to put my card together. So I'm going to fold my card before I glue, because sometimes it will be off just a tad, and then I will put that on the back. All right, so I want my flowers to be on the left. Okay, and my stripes to be on the right. I don't know why, but that's how I liked it better on my eyes. Okay, and then I'm going to put my goat on his scalloped oval. I'm so glad you are all popping in, and I'm trying to be a good girl and keep my chatter down, just because I don't know, when I upload it to YouTube, I wonder if people think I'm crazy, but I do love that you're all saying hi. So if I didn't put it on YouTube, I should be gabbing. Okay, so I'm going to put my little goat there, although I'm sure YouTube people know what's going on. But anyways, so I do appreciate, I love seeing all the little highs, and I am trying to keep an eye on if anyone has a question. So if anyone has a question, I will try to answer it. We are also been told that our online stores will be updating tomorrow. I believe they're just kind of like starting to do certain things, but August the 4th. So if you have any issues in my store, you're going to want to make sure you let me know. If you use like where it fills in your password automatically, it won't understand that. So certain things like that won't necessarily work. So if you have any issues, you just want to make sure that you, if you're on my blog, use the link. It's because it should take you to my stores. You shouldn't have a problem in that regards, but like all technology, change is always hard at the beginning, but it is for a good reason. But I, for one, don't like change because it takes forever for me to learn things. Okay, so I have my little You're the Goat, greatest of all times. Now this is still loose, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue dot and my handy dandy scissors. I'm just going to pick one of these up, turn the card around, lift that up just a little bit, and tack it down, and that way it's not going to wiggle too much. Okay, so there's that. But I want to put a little flower. So what I've done is I have used the flower punch, and for the life of me, I can't think what it's called, but I will have on my blog I'll have the list, and then on the YouTube I will have the list. Well, I'm not sure if I can list it here. Okay, then I'm going to put the little center. Now the center is from a retired punch, so if you have the elf, was it the elf? It had, that's where I got the little flowery shape from. You may have something in your stash too, but that's where I got the little center for the flower. There's some punches that I always keep on hand, even if they retire, and that is one because it's got some cute little shapes. That's also what I used to do on the end of my Stampin' blends. I just typed the little CC on a sticker, like a mailing sticker, and then I punched it out with that same little hat thing, and then I just stuck it on the end of my blend, so then I know which is what. All right, so I'm just going to bend the little flower just a little bit. If you want, you could put, everyone should have a gel pen on hand, and I'm just going to put a little highlight. Then I'm going to go back to the glue dot, and I'm going to stick that. I'm going to stick this one over here. So it just kind of emphasizes he's got a little flower, and there's a little flower here. Adds some dimension. I also want to put on the inside of the card. All right, so this is where I'm going to use the little ground. So I'm going to put the little ground right here. So cute, right? And then I'm going to put this little goat. This one with the little eyeball makes me laugh because he just looks like he really has an opinion on something. I just don't know what that opinion is, but this could be any opinion. So this is going to be way too goat. It also has a cute little can. So I'm going to put the little can there. I need to put the lid on my pad so I don't have it on my arm. And make sure it's dry. Da, 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 da. Isn't that the cutest? Oh my gosh. So this may or may not be, it is, the card for the class in the mail. So they're just going to be a variety of colors. So so here's one with the magenta. Here's one with the moonlight, whatchamacallit. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see them all. All right, so there's the moonlight one, and then here's one with just jade. So this just uses that DSP, and the card looks different no matter what you do with it, right? But it's basically the same card. I colored it the same. It just looks different because of the DSP. So super, super fun. Here's another one with the stripes. But this one, I used Poppy Parade. So see? Just that different of the card. And then this one, I put like little dots on here, and I moved the flower over. So, but it's super, super fun. But so that is today's Teach Me Tuesday. I was going through some old cards, and I just have to share this with you because it made me laugh so hard. All right, so this is an old set, and Can you guess what this card means? Because this was in the twilight days, right? So this was Edward and Bella in the red truck, and they're driving through Forks. Isn't that funny? Oh my gosh. So anyways, so I had this whole bucket. I was going through some old cards that have like 10 years old or more. But anyways, I just had to share that with you. If you're a Twilight fan like me, I still watch it all the time, you will totally get it. All right, so there were the cute cards for this week. Let's see if I think I have remembered everything. And if you want to get a hold of me, please, there is my blog. There's July's host code. If you're placing an order, please use the host code. And don't forget, with the qualifying purchase, you're also getting incentive. I always do that as well. So, okay, I think I'm going to stop my jabbering, and I want to wish everybody a great evening, and thanks for joining me today. Night, night, everybody.